0. Ignition. Stop. Go Falcon, go Dragon. Godspeed, Axiom 1.
We begin this week with a history-making flight that took off from a launch pad in Cape Canaveral, Florida. A SpaceX rocket carried the first all-private astronaut team to the International Space Station as part of the AX-1 mission of Houston-based startup Axiom Space. The flight, dock, and arrival of the crew mark the first time an all-commercial team will use the ISS to conduct experiments on board the orbiting lab. The flight kicked off an 8-day trip under NASA's supervision, where the station's new guests brought with them dozens of science and biomedical experiments. Tickets for the trip cost $55 million apiece. 52 years ago this week, Apollo 13 blasted off from Cape Canaveral on NASA's third crewed mission to the moon. NASA says an explosion and rupture of an oxygen tank cut the mission short, but Apollo 13's crew managed a safe return to Earth. A critically acclaimed movie was made years later about the event.
Houston, we have a problem.
In other news, NASA technicians are making final adjustments to the Psyche spacecraft.
This is a really incredible spacecraft that's going to help us do some really fundamental exploration. We're going to be going to an asteroid that's never been visited before.
If all goes according to plan, the uncrewed Psyche Explorer will begin traveling to a metal-rich asteroid of the same name by the end of this year.
Once we launch this, we can't repair it. We can't go up and go fix it. It's got to work the entire time, and it takes 3.5 years to get there, and we'll be orbiting Psyche once we get there for 2 years to collect these scientific missions.
The mission exploring Psyche will be the first of its kind to study an asteroid made of metals instead of ice and rock. Finally this week, some of the world's most expensive dust was sold at auction house Bonhams. Astronaut Neil Armstrong collected the lunar samples when he landed on the moon in 1969.
Lunar samples are property of the U.S. government, property of the people. Because this sold through a government sale, had fallen into private hands. It's very unusual. I've never seen another instance where this has happened.
The lunar dust joined other space souvenirs, where Space.com reports it sold for just north of $500,000, falling well short of pre-auction estimates as high as $1.2 million. Arash, Arabasadi, VOA News.